again. Just literally picked up the camera, turn it on, fucking fridge turns on. I don't mind the fridge being in here, and it usually doesn't bother me, but the odds of it like literally turning on, how many times has this happened? Anyways, it is Monday, August 4th at 7:09 a.m. And this shit, I don't have my Polar on, heart rate monitor. I am going to try and see how well the Apple Watch does. I've been using the Polar literally for like a year and a half now. Like straight. I think even more. A year and a half, 2 years? I don't know. But I did use the watch to record all this stuff years back too. So I basically know the baseline of that and how well that records the workout, and then the Polar as well. The Polar did a better job because it had a better connection to your heart rate, because especially when you don't have a lot of fat or anything, or basically what I'm trying to say is when your arm muscles are flexed, like you say, like today it's bicep tricep day. When I'm doing an arm workout, it flexes the arm muscles and it loses connection to the heartbeat quite a bit actually. Again, I don't know, I haven't done this in a long time. I want to see how well. I pretty much know, like usually my arm workouts go from 300 to 300 to 450-ish active calories. It depends on how hard I do it. Usually right around like 350 to 400, but my active calories. But again, I haven't really altered my workouts either, mildly. I mean, in a big way, I haven't altered my workouts. I've always been doing, bis and tries Monday, abs Tuesday, day off Wednesday, then back, then leg and lymphatic Friday, and then shoulder Saturday, and Sunday day off. I've done that for years on end, at least 3 years. That specific, and then the workouts, the actual workouts I do per day, basically hadn't changed either. They've just mildly got tweaked. So, anyways, whatever. I'm going to try the optical heart rate today and kind of compare. So, sometimes it was pretty on, but I don't know. It's just the Polar always worked a little better because it registered your heartbeats through the electrode type instead of the optical, and it's a little more accurate. But I wanted to try it because I didn't want to, being that my rib cage is fused or almost fused, it kind of just, it gave me a bad, I don't know, when you're already restricted in your breathing up top, and then you wrap a band around it, it makes you more aware of how restricted your breathing is when you have something on there like that. So I want to see how well that does. I really don't care how well it records I've been actually wanting to take my watch off, and I've been wanting to work out without a watch and see how I felt with that. So anyways, I'm just scrambled brain still. As you see, I got a lot of acne because I came off prednisone recently. Usually for the next week or two off, just when you come off prednisone, yeah, I always get a lot of acne, being that my body's starting itself back up again. It doesn't sound pleasant, but anyways, let's get to it. I'm a little jittery too again from coming off the prednisone. That side effects last for at least a minimum of 3 weeks. I would say 3 weeks to like a month and a half. and even sometimes longer, depending on how much you just sit around. The more you work out, the more you exercise, and your clean diet and everything can weed it out quicker, but kind of a gut ache. Anyways, it's Monday, bicep, tricep, and we're gonna start with the mile walk, like always. So, alright, let's do it. Oh. Ah, man. Like I said, whoever's responsible for ulcerative colitis, I hope I never meet you. Oh. Damn, it's like one of the worst illnesses in my opinion. Worse than my back and even my blood issue. It's just, when you don't feel good here, you literally do not feel good everywhere. It just, you get a lot of side effects like the old dizzy, nausea, you know, aching, and just, damn, that thing feels like it's heavier and heavier each time. Oh, I gotta throw any garbage in here is what I need. I still got juice on these guys, but I grabbed a new one, so. And today is supposed to be a, more milder workout, because again, I'm just starting myself back up again from being off for about a weekish. Well, actually, only about a half a week, because I worked out even on the prednisone. So, okay. Alright, get the eye bugs out, flush the fluid. Had a shitty night's sleep because I had didn't have the air on last night, and because it was cooler, and it's been cooler the past few days, which is fine, but it just gave me a lot of sinus pressure, and not to mention I had some weird dream about being chased by a giant bear. Don't know what that means. And I had a dog as a friend, which is weird. Me and this dog tried to evade this bear through a subway and an abandoned building, and it's just weird. I don't know. What to throw in the mouth. My eyes are a little itchy too because of the allergies. So, which is fine. I mean, I'd rather have the windows and stuff open because I just love hearing nature, and you get that, Alright. One with nature and all its wondrous allergies. Okay, I gotta set this just a smidge tighter than normal, but it's still loose, see? So, I'm running optical. We'll see how that works. Okay. Indoor walk. Takes us a couple more seconds there to get the heart rate connected. Okay. We'll see how that works. It usually is, I don't know, I did more of a comparison when I first started using the Polar. It was usually about anywhere from up to 30% off active calories. The heart rate was good and everything, but it was always, active calories was off by up to 30%, sometimes 10%, sometimes 14%, but I mean, it does a fairly good job. It's is not as hard connected as the Polar was, but I don't even fucking care anymore. I'm about ready to just dump this thing and work out without a damn watch. Because I've done so much to where I could almost tell you, even depending on all my health issues, where exactly like my heart rate is, my active calories are. It's just disgusting. I've worn a activity watch, a smartwatch since the original Samsung watch. I had Samsungs up till about 2018, and then all Apples, because Samsung just started driving me nuts. But I had all the Samsung watches up until then, and then all the Apple watches up until now. So I've worn it for well over a decade. So, all right, shut up and work out. Okay, a minute and almost 2 minutes in here. Feet are a little bit more swollen than normal. Okay. It feels a little more freer, which is nice. That polar band feels like it's suffocating me. Alright. Let's try 2.7 speed per mile. Here we go. Feels good without that band on. It wasn't even that tight either, it was just the right. 114 beats, 0.87, 0.841, 95 active calories. We'll see how close it is. Being that my heart rate is higher, it should be higher active calories. .9, 1/10 left. 3 minutes and 2-minute cool down. Mile, 23:25, 0.962, 22:26. Say it's lower on the active calories, a lot lower. Mile, 46-second round up, 23 minutes and 2-minute cool down. .5. 0.9. Oh. Well, not bad, but being that my heart rate was where it was at, 115, 116 at the high end, I should be at least, I don't know, roughly 150 to 170 active calories around now. 132, which, again, splitting hairs, but you know, I like to be more accurate with stuff. And we're done. Well, with the walk. See now. Oh, my guts are. I ain't got no gas or anything, or, well, much shit in me either. It's like my organs are swollen. I don't know. It's not really like a. It's like my large intestines are, I don't know. Ooh, it's toasty in here. Okay. It's really fucking hot in here. Okay, let me show you my walk. This is Monday mile walk. So 134 active calories. I mean, it's not bad, but that is mile walk for Monday. This is the first day without my polar heart rate strap. I am not going to run that for a while. I want to go back to just the optical reader on the watch. So 134 active calories isn't bad. I mean, it really is a decent burn for a mile walk, but it's at least 15 to 20 active calories less than what the polar would read. The polar would have brought it up to at least, 150 to 160. So, especially running at 115, 116 beats at its highest, it ran that way for at least 10 minutes at that beat range. So, I don't know. I really don't care at this point. Like I told you before, I'm thinking about just taking all this shit off anyways and just working out without it. Because I've done it literally for so many years to where I know like exactly like where it is, where my, like, as I'm working out, how my, my heart rate's dropping between sets, and it's become literally like a sixth sense, second nature type of thing. So anyways, I'm gonna go take a piss and I'll be right back with biceps and triceps.